Today we've got something really different for this channel, and for me, a bit more mixed media. I am upcycling some drawers that I've got for the second part of my level 2 assessment, my AECP. Hey crafty people, it's Tasha, welcome to my channel. If you aren't already subscribed, I'd love it if you could hit that button below, would mean the world to me. So I'm gonna just jump straight in with making them and let you know a few details about it over the top of the voiceover. But I'll have lots more information at my blog post, which will be linked below. The drawers that I'm using, they're really special to me. We very recently lost my husband's Neenah, and she meant an awful lot to us. And she'll be sadly missed. And I had these drawers from her. I had them after she passed, and they are on my craft desk. And when I realised that when I received the level 2 assessment and saw that we needed to upcycle an item for the assessment, immediately I knew that I had to do these drawers. I know that Mary would like that Mary would like them being used, and she would have no problem with me covering them. They covered in I don't know how many layers of gloss when I started, because she changed what colours she was going to do them. So to cover the gloss, I first applied a couple of layers of gesso, which is just like a really heavy body acrylic that just covers anything, and just helps any other medium that you add over the top, helps it to stick better. So I did that. Then I chose to paint 3 blue and 2 pinky purple, but I ombre'd the colours a little bit and just tried a little bit more interest. Sorry, that noise was my laptop beeping to tell me that it was about to die, so I've had to plug it back in. I'm back now. Yeah, just tried a little bit more interest. I wanted to ombre them, and then I wanted to do each drawer with a different design, using a lot of the skills that I have worked on throughout my level 2 and in fact level 1 of my AECP. So we've got some stenciling, using different mediums. I've got some painting through a stencil. I also use some of the Nouveau Crackle paste through the stencil, and then I also add Nouveau, I can never remember which way around it is, I think the Glacier paste. Everything will be linked below. The gold Glacier paste for 1 as well. I added some stamped elements. There's a couple, I think, of flowers and a moon that I added. They are layering stamps, and I haven't included like every single little bit of footage because it did take quite a while to do these, so I would be I'd be on here forever. So I've included a lot more about the techniques that I used and the ways I went about making them within my blog post. I just wanted to sort of show you the process of doing several of the things that I do, and also talk to you a little bit about the AECP and the drawers themselves and why they mean so much to me. So the AECP, yeah, we needed to pick 3 of the skills that we've gone over within either level 1 or 2, and explain them. So I've tried to explain several of them, but really you sort of use all of them. They're all things that you use within your design that help to take it up a level. And I just think, yeah, it's just really good. I can see how much my artwork has progressed across the level 1 and 2, and yeah, I'm just really happy with the place that I am at right now with my art. So the drawers, I have one that is a stenciled flower, the Mega Bloom stencil, because I'm obsessed with it. I just painted it with one acrylic. I didn't like how that looked, so I afterwards went back in and added a darker colour to the base of the petals, and faded that out into the lighter colour at the top. So I'm really happy with how that ended up looking, even though I don't know whether you get them in the States or anywhere else. It might just be a UK thing. We have like these tins of chocolates that we get at Christmas and there's one by Cadbury called Roses, and after I'd painted, it just looks exactly like a tin of roses. That's just what it makes me think of. And again, yeah, if you don't get them out of the UK, then you probably have no idea what I'm talking about, but I will like flash a picture of a tin of roses up so you can see what I mean. So yeah, I did that, and then I added a couple of stamped words from the Mega label Love. I just put hello happy because this is my happy space basically. So yeah, a few sequins. I'm really happy with how that one came out. Then I've also got one that is a large flower, and then I used the Warp Speed stencil to add some gold detailing all around it. I just like how that one looks. That was a lot of fun to do. I have one that I went back and painted darker blue, and then I added the golden stars and a moon, and then I added Mary's name to that because I like to think that she is with the stars and she's looking down and she'd be happy to see that we are settled and we are okay. And Mary was an artist herself at many points during her life. She did some painting and she really encouraged me. I'd send her cards and she'd say to me that, right, I think you're ready to do such and such now, and she was just always really supportive, and it feels right to have a tribute to her on my desk here. So yeah, that's another one. Then I added some embossed sentiments onto one of the drawers. It says, "Be brave, never give up, you are capable, aspire for greatness." And yeah, they're just reminders to me really, that I can do this. For a long time I thought that I couldn't because of my illness, and they're just positive affirmations now that can sit on my desk and I can look at every day when I'm in here, because I'm in here most days. So yeah, I just thought that they were fitting sentiments. I stamped a layering butterfly, but I wanted to try and do something with Perfect Pearls, so I stamped the solid wing layer with Versamark, and then brushed some Perfect Pearls over so that it was all completely covered. Then I took the second layer stamp and added Versamark to that, and then stamped that over the top to lift some of the Perfect Pearls up. So yeah, that's how you get the sort of like two-tone. It doesn't lift it all up, so you still have a little bit of a pearly sheen, but it you know, it's very noticeable compared to the full Perfect Pearls. So yeah, I just really quite liked that. I just embossed the butterfly body onto the wing, and then Perfect Pearls, you do need to set it with some sort of, like, I just use water. So what I do is I use my distress sprayer and I just spray it up into the air and then waft the image through it as the water's falling down. I did that 2 or 3 times, and that seems like that was enough to set it, because it's set. So I trimmed that out and I did that on with the sentiments. I quite like how that worked out. Then the last draw is, I wanted to have my signature that I write on everything, that I put on the back of my cards and things. I wanted that. So instead I practiced writing it with my stylus on my phone, because I've got a Samsung Note 10, so you get like an S Pen. So I practiced writing out the Tasha part, and then I turned that into a file on my phone in Word, opened that up onto my laptop so that I could bring it into the Silhouette software, and I traced it in that software to create cut lines of my signature. So I also typed up the handmade by, and I made a little heart. I haven't included any of that footage because I don't feel confident enough yet to be teaching anyone, or saying this is how you do it, because I just kind of like play around until I get something that I like with it, to be honest. So I cut that out of black paper, and then glued that onto one of the drawers. Once I'd done that, I decided that actually it needed something a little bit more, so I just stenciled some of the like white, I can't remember what the colour name is, but the white Nouveau Crackle paste, stenciled some of that around, just like really. Once that was dry the following day, it felt like it was too white, it was too stark, so I used a little bit of some metallic gold acrylic paint that I've got, in fact the one that I used on the other drawer, and I just used a dry brush to paint a little bit of that gold over the top of the white, which just sort of toned down, wasn't then quite as bright. So yeah, quite happy with how that came out. Afterwards, the gold helps to accentuate the crackles as well, so that's nice. I added a few sequins in places on some of them, and then yeah, that's it. I bought some acrylic like setting spray thing that you can use on like acrylic paintings and stuff, that I've sprayed over the top to keep them all looking nice, because otherwise they're going to get bashed and get a bit ruined. And yeah, I just really like it. They're sitting on my desk. It's nice because I remember where they lived before, and now I get to look at them every day. I will have loads more details in my blog post, so if that's something that you're interested in, then you can hop over there via the link below. I've also got all of the products that I've used linked below. I've absolutely loved doing my level 1 and 2 of my educator certification program with Altenew. It's amazing. If you're thinking about applying, then do. I'm honestly amazed by how much I've come on through those, all those classes. but I wanted to get this assessment done as quick as I can so that I can move on and start my level 3, because I have plans or aspirations as my drawer now says, aspirations for greatness. Maybe not greatness, but I do have things that I know that I would like to do, including working with Altenew, which would be, I can't say dream come true. It's like more than a dream, because I never thought that any of this would be possible. Even in my wildest dreams, I never thought that I could do any of these things that I now do. So yeah, so thank you to Aaron for all the help and support throughout level 1 and 2. I hope you all have a lovely week. Stay crafty. Bye.